everyone, this is Sri and Suhel.
What's up,
Welcome to
everyone?
Reintro.
How's everyone doing? Today's episode is going to be kind of special. It's going to be more, it's a long overdue episode. Life got in the way, both for Shri and I. Good, some good, a lot of bad. But before we get into our weekend, I really want to talk about the serious topic, the topic that I know has been on everybody's mouth this entire week. And it gets discussed so often and then pushed aside because I feel like this happens so often that the entire country is numb to this disease. Then this is a disease, and I feel like this is as big of a disease as COVID is. And by that, I would like to talk about the mass murderers and the mass murders that have happened in United States just this year. Shri, I don't know if you know this, but after the how do you say it? You well, how do you say it?
Ulave?
Ulavdi or something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. It's a very rural area in Texas. But after the mass murdering that happened in Texas, did you know there was 8 more shooting this past weekend?
Actually, no.
8 more. The very
Horrible.
next day, there was a teen carrying a AR to his school, and luckily he got caught. So for the first time in God knows how long, the police actually did their job. Now, I'm gonna get emotional about this topic because I've been reserved. I've been keeping it in. I'm a father of 2 kids that go to elementary school. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna first talk about what happened, and from there we're gonna progress. And Sri, stop me anytime you want.
Sure.
This is something I really need to speak about. This is something that needs to be discussed because the politicians, the the rich people, everybody, they are going to just throw their money at avoiding this topic. They're gonna throw because this is not good, you know, publicity for them. This is not good. It doesn't make them look good. But the thing is, there's so many people that support this agenda. Like, I'll get back to my own personal thing, but let's just start from the beginning.
Sure.
This happened before the Texas thing in Buffalo, where a racist, this is an act of racism. So, the gunman was an 18-year-old white boy, okay? And he traveled like 200 miles to predominant, and I think is majority like a black neighborhood or like, African American dominant. Like he knew exactly this is planned. And the crazy thing about this, apparently he was, okay, I'll tell you the most craziest part of this. But before this, he was planning this, or he was communicating back and forth with an officer, and he asked, or he basically told him 30 minutes before that, I'm gonna go do this, and he streamed this live on Twitch. Bro. And he shot and killed 10 people.
That's just horrible.
Yeah, look, 18-year-old Peyton S. Gandoran. He drove over 200 miles. Like, okay, guns should not exist. I have all this data showing. We'll get into all this data. Okay, you can see all this, right? Everything I'm showing you.
Yeah.
You seeing like what the racist massacre in Buffalo stole from one family, right? You seeing the New York Times article I'm sharing.
Yes.
Now let's get into Uvalde. I remember Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook was near us. It was when we were young. Remember Sandy Hook? The massive shooting that
Yeah.
happened Columbine. And this is when we were in high school. We were teenagers. This is when we were really young. So it affected us very nearly. Um, and ever since then, nothing has honestly changed. We hear about the shooting that happened in Las Vegas, where the bump stock, whatever it was, the dude that shot from the casino into the concert.
Yeah, there was about 500 people injured, 50 people killed.
Bro, in Uvalde, the kids from the class were calling 911. 50 minutes. The cops knew for 50 minutes. They stood outside, blocked parents who wanted to do shit. Every time a child called, they got themselves either killed or put themselves in danger. 19 kids died. 2 teachers, 3, I don't know how. It's come to a point where I think about, are my kids safe in school? Like
Or anywhere for that matter.
Anywhere, bro. No kid, and I mean no kid under the age of 17, under the age of 17, especially, I mean, not forget especially, they go to school where there is no way of protecting them. This is strictly a very poor environment in the sense, if you go to a corporate office, bro, the facilities, the freaking technology, there's so many things. You could lock yourself into areas. They have soundproof rooms, they have fucking bulletproof rooms, they have shit that can protect you. A school is like the ghetto in this matter because it's open, massive doors, massive windows, massive area of entry, no policing, no protection. Like, we're not sending kids for this. I'm not sending my kids. It's too. 19 parents, 19 sets of families. Okay, sorry, I'm saying 19. Let just 20 plus, even the adults. I'm just thinking of the kids. But it's majority of the kids. It's like, it truly sucks, adults that also died, but the way it hits you to know an innocent life like a child is been taken away by a ruthless monster, and everybody can do something about it, and I think everybody can do something about it. Why are there other countries in the world that have had only 5, and this is not a third world country, a very progressive country. Third world countries have better track records. Third world countries have better, lesser mass murderers and better gun controls.
I have a quick thing to share.
Go for it.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. It's in regards to what you're talking about. You can clearly see that.
Yeah, this was actually
It's old. Statistic is old. It's from 2018, but still, you literally see you got Mexico, South Africa, India, Canada, France, Germany, all of these China, all of these countries. Some of them, I mean, some of them are definitely struggling countries or developing countries, whereas in the United States is 288.
this is till 2009. Oh, since 2009.
Yeah.
When did it stop?
When did what stop?
When's this recent data till?
This is still 2018.
Okay, so now counting. Okay, so
So
19, 20. not counting 21 and now 22. And you know what's crazy? And the fact that it says 288
Mm-hmm.
mass kill school shootings, right, since 2009. Bro, just this year, there's close to 300 300 gun violence acts,
That's
mass shootings.
insane.
300 just this year, and we're only in May 31st, bro. June is coming up. That means half a year we have had 300 mass murders.
That is just uncomparable.
That's shootings. I'm not counting the victims. That's the 300 times an event happened. This shit has been happening for as long as we have. There's an echo here. Is there audio on the image you're showing?
No,
Okay, there's an echo from somewhere.
I don't hear it. I used to get my own voice echo.
Okay, what about now? Okay, that's
There's
better.
I don't hear any echo.
Alright, it's probably because I had the stream volume on for some reason.
Okay.
Um,
So
277 active shooters.
this shows the piece of the pie when you were saying that there's commercial places, there's schools, so government properties. It shows that where the shootings have happened and what has been targeted generally the most. You can see this comes from the FBI.gov, so this statistics is from FBI. But again, it's only from 2000 to 2018, and we're talking about 2022, where that number is just surpassed already, right?
Bro, it just baffles my mind just reading about this and how people can think guns are not the issue. Yo, honestly, yes, people are doing the killing. People, persons, whoever they're doing the killing. Why is it so easy for them to do the killing? It's all the people that have committed mass murders have gotten, stop the stream. Okay, now I can stop watching. I figured out how to do this. They all have gotten the guns legally. They obtained it legally. Either they get it from their mommy and daddy's closet, or they actually go and buy it. Oh, what in what rational sense does an 18-year-old deserve or have the right to buy a gun, an AR rifle, okay, AR-15, when drinking in the United States is 21, smoking is 21, to rent a car is 25. Like in this is an outrageous law in Texas, okay? You're only limited to have 6 dildos, but there's no limit on guns. Now tell me what kills.
What? That makes no sense to. How does that make any sense?
They have laws on shit that makes zero sense. You're only allowed to have 6 dildos. Yes, it's a stupid argument I'm pointing, but it's just ridiculous how I'm putting it. It's so ridiculous that a sexual object is restricted to a number, but a mass killing weapon has no limit. A 18-year-old bought 2 AR-15s after his birthday and 350 rounds. 350 rounds of ammunition. What the fuck? Is he going to war? Is he going to Ukraine to fucking fight? Is that the reason why? Because if that's the reason, then he should be joining the army. What does a civilian, you, me, why do we need guns? For what fucking reason? Are we back in the 1700s? Are we back in the 1800s where we have to fight over our property, to claim it, to our land, our women, our children? Are we back in the freaking uncivilized era where we need to do all this shit? Guns don't kill people, but giving people guns kills people. There's no such thing as good guy with a gun, because if you, even you, Shri, if you were holding a real gun in front of my face, I would be thinking 50 times, because you can make an accident.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you are risking and putting everybody else in your vicinity in your life in surrounding at risk by presenting such lethal lethal item accessory. Like, you're my brother. I trust you with everything, with the biggest secrets, like as much as my wife. Well, like, that's how important you are to me. But if you were holding a gun in my face, Shiddu, I will be shitting in my pants.
I think anyone would, right? At that point, it's not even about who's holding the gun, what's going on. It's being pointed at you to
Because it's
begin with.
easy to
So,
it's so easy to pull that trigger. It's so
yeah.
you have shot a gun. I have shot a gun. I've I have gone to ranges and I've shot guns, and it is thrilling. It is exciting. But that's where my fun stops and ends. I am not going to take it out of that because that's something I shouldn't. I, as a normal day-to-day human, somebody that's not has no mindset or physical attribute to go start a war or like do that shit. Only people that are insecure, are afraid, and have hate have guns. The Second Amendment was created eons ago, and I say eons because it's now got 300 years. It is fucking forever. How many fucking years old this shit is? Okay, 1776, whatever. When it was created,
1789.
that's when the Second Amendment was.
Yeah. And it was revised in 1992.
Oh, what was the revision?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, so they, if I by no means I understand legal language very much, but on a high level understanding, what they're saying is whatever was created in 1789, keep it as is.
Okay, that's fair. Then fucking issue those powder guns that they had it back when 1789 when the guns when this was issued. If you're gonna keep the rule from then, make sure every single thing is accordant. The gun, the gear, the land, it has to match the freaking scenario. How are you gonna progress from a shitty lifestyle to a futuristic modern how the world's supposed to live if you don't get rid of the fucking nonsense in the middle? I know some people have guns. I know friends that are gun owners. They have stupid fucking reasoning. The most stupid fucking reasoning in the world, okay? One person has, it's just in case if there's a government uprising. My dude, if the government wanted to fuck you up, they could shoot a laser from the sky. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
okay.
I,
Bro, a
yeah,
bazooka, a fucking nuke, a fucking grenade, like your little pistol and rifles are taking what, two people? Two people maybe? Like it's like legit, like if you are being targeted by the elite military that spends $610 billion into their military every single year. Like America is the most richest funded military in the world. Like I think 10 times more than the next person. Like that's insane. And
wait, how many did you say?
610, maybe 660 billion.
No.
What is it?
2021, 801 billion.
I'm sorry, America, you fucking
No,
corrupt greedy shit. I love you, but
you
you
were
piece of
close,
shit.
but
What's the next country? China, right?
uh, I don't know. I would have
It
to
has to
see.
be. It has to be China or Russia.
Let's find out by
China.
country.
I'm pretty sure it's China and Russia. I'm pretty sure it goes America,
Ah,
China, Russia.
U.S., China, India, UK.
Ah, okay, I believe that. You what? UK?
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't they just freaking leave their country or something?
I don't know, but United States 801, China 293,
Bro,
India 76.6,
bro, hold on,
UK
time, time.
68,
Stop. America is what?
801,
What's China?
293,
Which country is bigger, China or America?
China,
Which country has a massive population, China or America?
China.
By how much?
Oh, Well, good question. China versus USA POP ratio. That's a good question. Okay. China and United States account for about 22% of the total world population.
Okay.
China's population is 4.35 times the U.S. population. That's China home to about 1.44 billion, whereas U.S. is 331 million.
Bro. Bro, they have a billion more people than us, and they spend $600 billion less than us on their military, and they have a bigger country. Like, do you know how ridiculous this sounds right now? And I like you think about it, and how every single gun-toting Americans are so massively proud of their greedy, selfish, corrupt country. Because in a way, this is it's true. It's true. They are you're spending outrageous amount of money on your military. The main reason because you want to dominate the world. Fine, fine. America they're doing this where they put an army base in every single country or every single point of interest. So if they ever have to go to war, they can ba 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 ba. It's just like nukes. Just send their people out, or they can transfer people there. So they already have established bases, established units and everything. They have the presence there already. They basically are taking territories like that, which is fine. But to spend 600 billion more than your next closest competitor when they are 4.5, what, 4.3, 4.5 times bigger than you in population alone. Forget the size of the country. The country is massive compared to the United States. When you bring that ideology and you give that to your 300 million citizen right to bear arms, your right to bear arms, you basically are saying, hey, we're making money already from murders. We're already committing it all around the world. That's why we're giving mad money into this. And the people that are committing the murders, or the one who's giving us the weapons, they're okay with this happening. And the politicians that are funneling the money, that are getting it from these murderers or the murder creators, they're completely okay. Because now, too much shit happens to the politician where we give politicians like, yo, nobody's changing anything. That's correct. Majority of the politician, not majority. 95% of the politicians suck. They are only in the office from anywhere from 4 to 12 years. Bro, what? 4 to 12 years? At least for 10, you're fighting. You're fighting against your other party members. Like the other side. You're not getting shit done. And while this is happening, people are still dying. Kids are still dying. Because none of the people that are in the office really care. They just want to get their pockets fat because their life is not affected. Their kids are not affected because their kids go to posh schools. Their kids go to elite schools. They have money to have bodyguards, guards. They go to private schools where there is funding, where kids actually have protection, where kids actually have security. Why would they care about the poor? Why would they care about the middle class people? Why would they care about things like this? At the end of the day, their agenda is loud and clear. They are... What is it? Sorry, I just gotta check this thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
This work stuff. They basically have... They're pocketing their money. They basically are funneling their money to make themselves wealthy, and after they are out of the office, they can live quietly, comfortable, luxurious politician life.
Okay, so I have some statistics or basic math to understand this, or trying to understand your theory that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
So China, if you were to take their population, and I was just trying to understand that, let's say if they have 1.44 billion population, how much dollars is being spent per individual in terms of military funding, because in the end of the day, you are protecting your people, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there's history, art, and everything. But military power. So China is spending about $20,000 and 340 $20,347 approximately per Chinese citizen, if you will. You know what I mean, in their military. And if you were to do the same math for United States is spending per American security in terms of military would be about $241,000. About close to $242,000.
Per military member?
No, what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to take the 800 billion that America spends in their military funding versus the amount of American citizens that are out there, which is 331 million. I'm trying to get that if you were to break it down, that how much.
It's not even. You don't even need to do the math. It's like even a
I know,
person
it's
that
just
does.
in in realistic scenarios, just to understand that how insane is this.
Bro, the best way of putting it is 800 billion to 300 million people versus 200 billion to 1.4 billion people.
Yeah, exactly.
Guns
It's
should not
insane.
guns should not exist for civilians. Nobody has needs to have a gun. For if guns doesn't exist, yes, there will be a legal way of finding out. You can freaking contract trace that, bro. You can trace that
I
easily.
disagree with that. I disagree with that. And unfortunately, we can agree to disagree. I don't think it's the mechanics that should be at fault, or should be the root cause. Quite honestly, I really don't think so. There's other ways. It just makes no sense. That's like that's a very small. It is a reason, but I still feel that I think the control on the gun laws should be more tightened. Not the gun itself. You know what I mean? That is not gonna. Regardless, if people stop selling guns today, they can print guns on a 3D printer, which would cost you probably like $500 to build it or something. I don't find that. I don't think it's the guns. I think it's the gun laws. A, B. Also, in terms of, look at the psychological aspect of it. Why is it in this country? It can't just be the gun laws. That's too. That's that can't be the reason. It has to be something else. There are other countries too that you can get a gun much easily than you can get in the United States. Why are they not having that issue over there? Why is it us?
Because we're so proud to be gun owners. We basically have that, like, it's the second amendment, bro. It's basically the second rule in the book. You are allowing people to carry. Okay, I can agree. I can not agree. I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah, you could print a gun. How many bullets can you print?
You can access the bullets. You can create almost anything that is worse than a bullet. That's see again.
Anything can be possible,
You're
right?
looking
No,
at
no,
the
okay.
you're
Yeah,
you're
I
looking at the
agree.
mechanics.
I
Okay, so same argument. If they had rocket launchers, you know what I mean. Even though you can't legally, purchase rocket launchers, but you see a massive thing happening with rocket launchers. You know what I mean. They're creating them with CO2 based. They're creating with all kinds of different things. These rocket launchers. Would you still sit and worry about gun laws, or would you still be like, oh, rocket launchers should be banned, or how does it work out? I'm not able to understand that.
let's see like this, okay? What are the chances of you dying by a rocket launcher or a gun?
I'm not talking about that.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about what is actually happening now. When COVID happened, we took action because it's a disease. The disease that was created, we don't exactly know how it was created, but it was killing many people. Now, your thing is, now rocket launchers, that's something that can happen. Most likely in the future, we might be seeing, like, chemical warfare, which is very, very chemical, or, like, technology. Like, people are going to be, like the whole Black Mirror shit. Some shit like that happen. It will advance. I'm not saying we're not going to get there. There's going to be, if you're going to kill somebody, or you have enough hate, you will find a way. But to give legal access, to allow legally 18-year-olds or even young kids to get guns from your own household to take into school, That starts with the gun owners. Every single person. That starts with the gun laws. That still haven't changed. That starts with the unbelievable access to guns. Unbelievable access, bro. They have conventions. You can legit go get a gun from a gun store anywhere for no fucking reason, without any background check, without any like logical thing. Buy 350 rounds. What the hell are you doing? Are you protecting a country?
So yeah, I agree with the gun law situation. Absolutely. That and it's not just the gun laws. It's also the person who's selling the gun, right? It's kind of like,
They're not
are
how.
you having a drug dealer mentality that, hey man, I just sell my pills and stuff and I don't care what happens to the other person.
What is the rule?
No.
What is the rule of FBI? You don't go after the dealer. You go after the supplier.
Yeah, I
And
think
the supplier is in the politicians. The
mm,
supplier are in their pockets. The supplier is the NRA. They give access to the politician who spread their messages to their followers, and their followers who are hateful and spiteful and insecure and weak get guns legally, and they're fucked up, mentally ill, maybe not, maybe racist fucking kids find ways to do harsh, harness things and brutally murder little kids.
okay.
Murder
So
African Americans.
I have another statistics over here when it's explaining the shooter status. From the active shooters that were, like age of the shooters, 13% was from 12 to 17. 18 to 29-year-olds is 25%, the second highest. 30 to 39 is 9%. 40 to 49, your ages, like people from ages from 40 to 49 is 29%. That's that's like midlife crisis, depression,
Okay,
around
so
that age.
add 12 to 25. That's 25 plus 13. That's 38%, right?
Approximately.
38%. Bro,
Yeah.
first of all, AR should not exist. Rifles should not exist.
Oh
Okay, let's
man.
let's make let's make talk about pistols too. You can make a pistol into automatic. You could make anything into automatic. Now, if your argument is, you could find 3D printer. You could find you're losing already, bro. You're already setting up to just let it be numb to it. If you're not gonna try now to stop one thing, you're not gonna stop a rocket launcher. You're not gonna stop a chemical attack. You're not gonna stop anything because you refuse to start now. Your thing is, people will always find a way. I agree. But if we do not stop them right now, they're gonna find the way even easier. Bro, on Reddit, you can freaking make a whole community and a cult, and you can basically do like talk all this shit. And I'm pretty sure Reddit has a lot of freaking KKK races and fucking cults over there that talk shit. If you're not doing any action now, if you're not stopping, if you're not helping the future of your kids, and you don't have kids, Shui, and I'll tell you as my thing right now. If you hand the teacher a gun in school, one of the kids by accident will get a hold of it because kids are fucking smart. And if you think your kid is not smart, then you're calling yourself stupid. If I had a gun in my house, and if I had sons, not my daughters, because my daughters are responsible. If I had a son, that fucking dumbass, like me, whatever combination, whatever lock, like my parents, my grandparents, everybody elder to me always tried to hide stuff from me. They thought they were smart. They they had a briefcase, they had combination, everything. Bro, I broke into that shit many times. I took cigarettes from my dad. It was so easy, easy. If I see something that's not for me as a kid, if I am, it's restricted. As a kid, you wanted more. You were so intrigued by it because you're fucking stupid. if I can easily do that for my dad, so many fucking people, and I was shit scared of my dad, and I'm still doing that. Kids will find a way. Kids will find a way. And yo, there's so many accidents. I'm not even talking about mass shooting. This is mass shooting now, bro. If you look about gun accidents in America just this year's, there's so many accidental shootings, so many accidental homicides, suicides, whatever you want to call it. There's so many news articles I have read where brother has shot brother just because they found a gun and were playing with it. Kids can't tell the difference. A toy is a toy for them. And if you're gonna keep the argument about, it's somebody's gonna they're gonna find a way, 3D printer, whatever. Those people, you track the suppliers. You track where they're getting it from. Those is a small bunch of people. Somebody that wants to commit murder will try to find it the fastest way because they want to get out of this, because that's all their head is. They don't have no patience. They want to be in and out of the world because they had enough. They're fed up. If you're planning that kind of thing, you're going to take a sweet ass time getting to it, versus walking into a gun store, buying 2 ARs, 350 rounds, and killing 21 people.
I have some more statistics for you.
Show me. Share.
The only issue is that it's a little older statistics, so it might not be latest, but let me know if you can see it.
2013, I can see it.
Yeah. So as we were talking about, this is the statistics, the age of the shooter. Like you said, 18 to 29, 25%, 40 to 49 at 29%, right?
This is till 2013.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's fine. The point is to understand why it's happening and where it's rooting from, right?
Okay.
You can patch later, but that's the only... And this comes from the FBI. This is only for 13 years. Of course, 94% were male. And you can see over here...
Why, of course?
This is not me. This is the FBI, okay, guys?
No, but you said of
just
course.
presenting...
Of course it's men. Of course. We're the fucking monsters.
Yeah. All right. Highest level of education some of these folks completed, 18 years plus older. Most of them were unknown, 36%. But, there's a hodgepodge. Another one is like high school completed already, right? Okay, that's fine. Employment, 18 years and older. 38% were unemployed. 44% were employed.
Well, it makes sense. Disgruntled employees, you hear about the shooting in the office or office. Yo, bro, just like your shit in your apartment complex, remember?
Yeah. That, again.
That was knife. That was knife.
Yeah, that was knife, yeah. Okay, adult criminal convictions. From society, 86%. Property, 86%. Persons, 89%. What that means is that these people, that most of the percentage, they had no prior convictions.
I believe it. I believe it.
What triggered it?
Anger, hate.
Absolutely,
bro. If it's so easy for you to get a weapon that could kill somebody, and
we'll
if you're
get there.
So okay,
we'll get there too. I'm glad you this is whatever you said literally reflects here on the FBI website too. So there's a lot of things you're very, very correct on. And, time spent in planning with 1 to 2 months is 26%, that they took about a month or two.
Go upstairs. So see, 3 to 5 months. Now, if you see 6 to 12, how long does a 3D printer and everything take? For you to do a mass murder, or let's just say, have at least 6 bullets in your 3D. No, you could print an AR, right?
You can. I don't know. I would have to look more into that,
Okay,
and I'll get there.
Let's just say pistol, okay?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it would take anywhere to 3 to 5 months.
No,
I'm talking for you to be ready if you have to do a mass murder.
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, these folks don't necessarily go into that. I'm gonna do mass murder. I think to that. Well,
bro,
yes,
I don't know about that. If you're buying 350 bullets and 2 ARs, you're planning to freaking kill people.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you're right. Yep. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not thinking that question on the angle that you're thinking from. But I don't know honestly for how long the
Bro,
3D
this
printer
guy
takes, but I can find
in
out.
Buffalo live streamed on Twitch killing people. He drove 200 miles. He knew what the hell he was doing, and he
Yeah,
knew.
that's
And
fair.
bro, once and if you have an AR, and once you pull one trigger, and you see a life going out, you're automatically gonna be like, I'm done. Now I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah. So the time spent in preparing actually, that is the last 24 hours, 28%. So they made up their mind in the last 24 hours that they're going to do this. The
I
lengthiest ones like 6 to 12, maybe 4%. So it all gets triggered within 20, I would say within a week or
spont-
two.
it's spontaneous. It is the
Yeah.
anger. You're not like if you are patient enough to plan this for a while, your amount of hate, you're a psychopath. That is a mental patient. That is somebody that needs to be studied. Majority of the people that commit it are, I would say, to the point until they committed the act, they were human.
Yeah. Now comes your question where me and you were like agree to disagree and everything, where you were like, hey man, it's these is these gun thing. 40%
No, no,
of
no, no, no,
them
no, no, no,
purchased
no,
it
no, no.
legally.
Stop it, stop it, stop it. 40 and 35. You have to add in both of them
Yes, yes, yes,
because that's
absolutely. I
legal.
agree.
They both are
Yes,
legal.
yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
My point, in
What is that?
case,
85%. No, 70,
75%,
85%.
75%.
75%. Can't do math.
Point in case.
Yeah, man, you were spot on with that.
Point in case. Because only 6% is stolen. 11% is borrowed from the. Oh, yo, add the 11% too, bro.
Yeah, because it's not
86%.
stolen. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
86% of murder can be stopped. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather take the 14 than the 86.
Yeah,
So if you
that's
think other
fair.
people will find a way, 14%, okay, I can deal with that.
Mm,
I can deal with that. If you take the 14%, if you take the 86% out of 300, bro, right now, there'll be less than 250 mass shootings this year.
wow, this is shocking. Literally shocking. Okay, coming to your stressors. I don't know how to say that word, but uh, str- uh, I'm assuming it's trying to say stress assessors, but whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah, they all coming from mental health, number 39 and 62%. Like you said, mental instability. You know what I mean? Financial strain was another at the 49%. If we're talking about marital problems, abuse of drugs, those actually come much later.
Yeah.
Excuse me, even conflict at school comes much later. So it's not like we can be like, oh, they all were abused or something like that. Not necessarily. No, something triggered in them that they should go do this. And that's 39 of them. It's kind of, yeah, that's just
Bro,
insane.
we can never ever if you legit gonna sit there and try to figure out every shooter's psychology, you're gonna go through a rabbit hole. You could basically treat them in n number of things: mental, job, family, trauma, whatever you want to call it. You would try to justify it as any way as possible, but that's only justification because you want to feel better and sleep at the end of the day. When you can legit, like you showed me, you could prevent 86% of mass murders.
Yeah, that's that's true.
Bro, only 6% was stolen?
Yeah.
Yo, 6% was stolen. Okay, that also is legally. Okay?
What do you?
That
Yeah,
they were stolen
could
from a
be.
legal persons, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it wouldn't. Why? How are you gonna go to the cops and be like, "Oh, someone stole my gun"? He's like, "Where's your license?" Nah, man, I stole it from someone else, bro.
Yeah, no, no,
That's not
even
gonna work.
even if they find it or if you report it, let's just say 6%, 92% is legal, bro.
Mm,
I mean, like, I can't go any further. I understand where gun-toting Americans, everybody, like, yeah, you know what, you can't take it away, you can't do this, bro, but you should. Because if it's happening 92% from in a legal way, I rather take it the 8% on. I need to.
Hmm.
I rather like
Because it's easier to control that 8%. That
it's
can be,
way
that can
easier to
be, yeah.
control.
Control can be anticipated, can be almost semi-predicted in many cases, and can be, it definitely can be,
Now
Also another thing,
you get rid of the background check. You get rid of any
what do you mean
accountability.
background? You have to do a background check, bro, to
No,
get a
I'm
gun,
talking.
right?
If I'm talking about if you just get the guns out of every civilian's hands, because
Mm,
look, 92% is legally owned. Okay,
mm.
92%. Now you get 92% out. You first of all you get rid of all the gun dealerships or whatever. So no NRA funnel money there. You don't need to worry about background checks. So no money spent over there. You don't need to worry about any training over there. So no money spent over there either.
In fact, if you kind of think about it, yeah, you're right. I mean, and worse comes worse is the outcome that comes out of the amount of money that has to be spent and the casualties and the pain that you're causing. Of course, that gets, affected, which is the main pain point over here, right? Share the statistics if you want to watch it.
Yeah, sure.
We'll try to complete this topic real quick.
I don't think this topic can ever end, man. Honestly, we don't have
Yeah.
the power. We can only sit here and complain. As a father, I just gotta hope for the best, bro. As much as the world is scary and filled with monsters, it's filled with humans that just want to hurt. At the end of the day, that is a human nature, man. Jealousy, anger, hate, the emotional. That's what makes everybody human. Everybody's having a human experience in their own way. Some majority of is not good. They need help, and if they need help, we're not helping them when 92% of the time they can legally get the guns.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely correct. I mean, what you just said right now literally shows that 56% and let's say even 21%, these are two high numbers, their concerning behavior started 25 months ago, 6 to 12 months ago. So if we're doing that, giving it about like, I would say that 6 months to a year, nobody did nothing about this. Like no, you saw concerning behavior, but nobody decided to do something about it. Oh,
But
guess what? Who noticed the most concerning behavior in these people when it's 92% their schoolmate?
and you know what the thing is? Adults don't listen to kids.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
was a kid.
look
No,
at this.
no, adults don't listen to kids, man. That's the sad part. And but the thing is, like, even schoolmates, what are they gonna do? Everybody in school, especially you remember high school. God knows how elementary was, but in high school, if you were weird, you were judged. If you were different, you were judged. If you were sad, you were judged. Like, nobody can honestly in school can tell unless you're very close to that person, like very very close to that person to understand or even know they're off by something. Even with that being done, uh they'll be like, go tell the guidance counselor. But
Yeah,
the guidance counselor is not a psychiatrist. They're not a
no.
therapist. They are not trained to handle mental dysfunction, mental illness. They are only there to calm, and maybe they might help a person with anxiety or panic, just to de-escalate and hear a person's side out. But they are not legally trained or they can advise or help any situation. We're setting kids up for failure, and us not actually having control in this matter is also setting up for failure. And their voice is not being heard. It's just like, honestly speaking, they're being sacrificed for adult selfishness.
Just sad. Now, let me ask you this. You were a parent, you were a child both the times. Do you see a level of maturity getting earlier in today's children versus when we were growing up in terms of senses and awareness of what's kind of happening?
I feel like it might be going reverse.
You think so, huh?
I cannot speak for every child. Like, I'll give you the best
Sure.
examples, right? My brother, who's in college now, he is a good kid.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't done the dumb shit I did
Yeah.
anywhere close to it. Like, he is a good kid. When I
Yeah.
see him, I can tell you what a good kid looks like. Yes, he has zero social skills when it comes to other people. Maybe he has social skills with his friend. He's very reserved, very quiet. He has a lot of same likes as me in terms of shows and stuff. We have things to talk about, and he's great with my kids. Like they get along. My kids and him are like best friends and stuff. They like fight everything. He's a good kid. My kids, they great kids, but their life is going to be mostly sheltered and closed off. It's going to be mostly protected because we have the resources and technology, and especially now as the world is moving more, is becoming more and more digital and less out. Because there's pros and cons with digital, like, things, and I see it, and I really do see it, because we were kids and we didn't have this technology when we were growing up, and we were forever outside. I do take my kids outside. I like to do things outside, but I feel like majority of the time families are just going to be so tired, like parents, whoever's taking care, they're going to just hand off the iPad, the phone, the tablet, the computer, the TV, to their offspring or whomever they're, like, taking care of at the moment. Booger, whoever they're taking care of at the moment. It's, I feel like adventure and self is going to be slowed down, because the way I see it, even on Instagram or Facebook, the way social media works is just for the moment and the likes, and it's just like the influencers are traveling to the world, taking a picture, maybe living in the moment, maybe not. How many of us are really going to do it? And people are going to see it off that. Now that gaming is becoming bigger, like esports is becoming
Hmm.
massive. So what people are going to do is they're going to make their occupation this. There's also remote work now, especially what the pandemic showed us. Life can go on, and it goes on digitally. That's how things are going to grow. Even me, I have also regressed going out. I used to go out a lot more, and this me basically going back to work maybe helping me. It might help me go out more. I definitely need to start going back to the gym.
Hmm.
But as you get older, it's digital era is only going to grow. This is just the beginning. We haven't even seen anything yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the reason why I can confidently say it is because I have been blown away every single moment of my life when it comes to technology. I can remember how it was and how it is, and how much my life has changed, and how often I get confused too now. It's not that I
Hmm.
don't, like, understand it right away, but it's so progressive and it's exciting at the same time. It's a thrill. It's a new fundamental of society. Um, and, like, movies like Ready Player One or Free Guy, bro, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that world. Like, I know it's
Yeah.
coming. It's not going to be here in maybe in 10 years. I think 10 years is fair. Yo, where you going, bro? Bye, Shree.
Right here.
Bye, Shree. You just keep playing down. I love
Okay.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyways, but I honestly don't know how much kid can tolerate and handle, because if a kid that is going to be majority of that time inside, and the digital world is brutal, bro, because people think you can hide behind the screen and just say racist, racial slurs, or say mean things to other people. It's easier because remember, AOL, bro, ASL, okay, remember 8 sex location. We all thought that was normal, bro. We used to give
Yeah.
our freaking information like normally, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yo, we were stupid as fuck. the
No, I
fact
think.
the fact that we didn't fucking get a sexual predator after us is remarkable, because I bet you all of Orbridge did that.
Yeah, I did it too, man. I mean, absolutely. ASL was that was the first question. It's like you connect with another person.
Legit.
And it's not just AIM. Even if you're on Yahoo Chat or any of them, MSN, Messenger,
Now I used to
they
go.
all
I
had,
used, we're in the random chat section when it was like tens of thousands of people.
yeah. Yeah, I remember I used to have this habit on hopping on random people's voice chats, you know what I mean? And not say anything. You just go in there and listen what happens.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the times, it's late in the night, don't ask why, I hopped onto a channel somewhere in India, and
Oh damn.
there's this one girl on the chat, like you can't see people, you just, hear voices. There's just one girl on the chat that's by the accent, it sounded like a southern Indian accent, like a South Indian accent.
Well, my people.
And yeah, there was one person, and there were about 11 other guys.
Yeah.
One guy is saying jokes. The other guy is like, "Hey, you shut up. Let me sing for her. Okay, this song is for you." And then he was trying to sing to her and stuff. And I would just, it's not like I'm like making
Yo,
fun of the situation. I'm just in the moment observing. I'm just a fly on the wall. You know that fly right here that you see up there? Something like
the
that.
confidence a Indian has behind a computer is unbelievable, bro. And you know how, bro, they will talk the most dirtiest, nastiest, and say the most awful shit and feel like it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
I
It
don't
is
know.
not
It's not okay.
okay.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. That's why I say I'm like this digital mindset. That's why I'm coming back to this. Like we grew up in this sense where we basically know the beauty and the horror of internet.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
we basically were stupid enough to do this, and I feel like stupidity is gonna continue. Stupidity is not a cure. It's not stupidity is not like a disease. Something. It is part of growing up. You need to fall before you can leap, or you need to fall before you can stand. We were stupid. We're still stupid till this day. I don't think I am not going. I'm not going to say that, yo, bro. I have every single thing figured out. It's impossible. But especially as a kid, you are stupid. Like unbelievably stupid. Like I'm stupid at 36 right now. Am I 36? I don't even fucking know how old I am anymore.
It's okay, bro.
Okay.
I mean,
Whatever old age I am, at 18, I was a bigger dumbass. There was, and especially when it comes to emotion stuff, and if you're living in a digital world where a lot of social media is easy, people to shit talk about you, people to post about you, people to ignore you, people to not exclude you. Like if you're not socially accepted, you're not going to be accepted physically in school. Can that play with your psychological issue? Of course. No
yeah.
18-year-old is smart enough to fucking process the emotion, bro. I myself, when I was young, I tried to off myself. You, like, honestly, you do, like, you feel like there's nothing worth it because you're a stupid, dramatic, emotional kid. And,
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. I had to bring this up real quick, and I won't take too much time. But there was a point where I was mulling over a specific situation, crying, and I had some
we all
sharp
did.
object. I had some sharp object with me in my hand, and I was crying around and running into the woods and stuff like that. You being a very good friend, you came behind me, and you took the sharp object from me. And while you tried to take that from me, you were the one who actually got cut.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
yeah, and you went home, and your mom called and was like, "Oh, what happened?" I couldn't tell her what happened, but the issue was that in it stayed with me, and I felt really bad, and I apologize again to you. So
I
I'm
don't
really
care.
sorry, but it just shows that regardless if I was being a drama queen and trying to cause a threat to myself, even if it was a drama queen, even if it was just a like a fake threat or whatever, someone got hurt in that, and you bled. Your finger started to bleed. You had to put a harder, like that haldi on your hand, and
My mom's
but man,
remedy.
I felt bad. I was like, oh, that I never anticipated to happen. But this is a prime example, where just because you're mad at something and you decide, regardless, even if you're mad at yourself, you know what I mean, and you decide to act upon something like that, or say that you're going to act upon not pay attention, you can hurt someone else absolutely unintentionally, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah,
Bro, back to that, like, thanks for, like, proving my point right. Is looking back now, it's stupid, right?
absolutely. It was
At that
pointless.
time, I understood you. Even though I thought you were retarded. I'm sorry, no offense to retarded people. Actually, that's offensive to them. I apologize. My friend is another level of stupid. But that's only if you a teenager can understand. As a teenager,
Yeah.
especially like the Bollywood movie and the Disney phase and all that shit, like romance and stuff. We're thinking with our dicks. All we're doing is that. We're legit thinking with our dicks. We're crying with our dicks. Okay, that's basically at that point, and that's like that's how you were processing the emotion. You were impulsive, like stupid
Everything's
kid.
extreme. Yeah,
Everything is
everything's extreme.
extreme.
Like the end of the world.
That is just what being a teenager is.
Yeah.
Basically that's so many fucking shits happening because we're going from this phase where we were cherished as a child, as a baby, to now looked at for girls creeps. Bro, the moment the girls mature, they are majority of the creeps that are already eyeballing. For
But what I
guys,
don't understand is like, why would creeps? I get it. I mean, at their age or something, as boys, they don't we didn't understand what is okay, what's not okay. It also depends on hey, did they grow up with someone?
I'm not saying the
Uh,
boys. I'm not saying the boys. I'm
then
saying the grown men.
yeah, see that I don't understand because they, how does that even work? Like how can you click? They're just it just doesn't
Just
work.
like somebody can shoot a fucking whole group of people. You cannot find answers. You're gonna go down a deep. It's some neurological dysfunction, whatever you could call it. There's something that makes them the way they are. It is disgusting, and if you can find it, get rid of it, remove it, fix it. Okay, that's another issue that doesn't get talked about enough. But like I'm telling you, as a teen, you're going through this phase and you're discovering hormones that never you knew existed. You go from seeing your child friend, that could be a girl or a boy or whatever, that you just never had any attractiveness towards,
Yeah,
never
yeah,
had anything. And then when you hit this certain level of hormonal development, you look at them differently.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, that can happen. Yeah.
If your body, body's chemicals telling you this is how it changes, what do you think it could do to your mind?
Yeah. And you're right. This is something that we all don't have experiences with, and it's going to be tough to control it, regardless or not. I mean, many cases, I will say that in many cases, that of course your parents do help you and put those guiding, areas, or how do I say, kind of like check marks somewhere or the other. That hey, are you stepping out of line somewhere or not? But in the end of the day, it's all upon you. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I see where you're coming from. When I was younger, we don't have control over those things. We feel whatever we're doing is perfectly normal and fine.
Well, I mean, it's also insanely hard growing up as a minority with, especially with Daisy. What's the word I can say? Not restriction.
Well, it's just called Dayism. It's a
Okay,
way
let's
of
call it.
living.
It's a daisyism where you have so much expectation, so much things to hold to. Like since you're Asian, you gotta be getting over 1,200 on your SATs.
Oh, that's yeah. Luckily, I didn't necessarily have any pressure like that. I got very lucky with that.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Um,
My dad.
well, your dad told you to get a 1200 plus
My
on
dad,
SATs.
yo, bro. My dad needed. Like, yo, honestly speaking, I think my dad was probably disappointed in me for majority of his life. Which
So
is
let me ask you this: weren't you actually very good at English
what the fuck happened to my
as a
English?
subject? No, no, no. I know you were in like
Bro,
honors and stuff, right?
no, no. Honestly speaking, if I put my mind to it, I could have probably done anything. Uh,
Yeah, well,
that's something I could do if I put my mind to it. But also, my mind is at 10,000 different places at the same time. My mind tends to just.
wonder it is all of us.
It's a dreamer. It likes to. It likes to just change, and do more than just do like one thing. It just like I don't find like I like to be doing if it's possible like my best work life balance would be work Monday through Thursday from 10 to 4 till 3 actually. You basically just push everything. You honestly speaking, if you do 10 to 3 nonstop, if you're focused on work, you're really not going to think about lunch.
No,
You're not.
you're gonna cut
You
through your work fast.
you're gonna be so focused on it, and you just do it Monday to Thursday. That means you get to basically have your coffee till 10. And this is with you, like honestly speaking, even if you pace it out, like even at your max speed, 10 to 3, that would be like good thing. 4, I would say 4 to just finish up the little office work, whatever, regardless. Um,
That's 5 hours total, right?
I don't know,
10 to
10,
11,
11,
12, 12, 12.
6,
Yeah, 5 hours.
6 hours. Let's say 6 hours a day, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 6 hours a day. Um, Come home, spend time with your family, and do something for yourself on the side after like I basically do that. What I do is I want to work. After I'm done with work, give that to my daughters. I do whatever they want to do, either watch TV with them, play toys with them, play outside with them. Now the weather's getting better. Like yesterday, I was just outside with them, having a water fight. Uh,
You didn't send me no video for that.
yeah, and then I take my own cats out for a walk. I'll send you videos for that too. I train both my cats now. They both go outside. Uh,
Are cats supposed to go outside?
Well, they're also indoor outside cats, but my cats stay around me. They do not leave me. So I'm training them to be like, I don't know. I like, honestly speaking, I never had a rule book for anything in life. I just followed whatever felt right.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, I don't think you didn't have pets when you were growing up. No,
I did.
we didn't.
Yo, bro, I was scared of my cats. I was scared of Rocket. Like by scared, bro, it's like a little never had a pet growing up, right? And Anna did it very easily. Everything to her, just like I feel like that's females. They know how to control their emotions. Like they have.
Nurturers, yeah, they're nurturers.
I don't know if you want to call it nurturer. I feel like we basically say that and make it very maternal. I feel like we have that all the nurture capability in everybody. Um, Being protective is a form of being like a nurturer. That's one of the things. So everybody has that. I would say they are more in tuned and more understanding of their emotion very early on. Um, in the sense where when we mature, we legit feel like we have this new sense of adventurous risk and reward. While females probably get that too, but at the same time understand how to um, see the positivity of the balance of that, and that's why we think female we look to females for guidance, the maturity
Hmm.
that comes from the mother. Where the fuck was I going with this shit?
No, 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 it's fine. I interrupted you because I was trying to say something else, and now I'm gonna take this quick picture. But yeah, you were just saying that when we're 18, we're not in control of our emotions, and we do stupid things. Sometimes those stupid things can cost can cost a decent chunk of your life to be in pain, and in many cases, someone else's. So you know, make your
You're not going to be able to ever understand a teen life. You're never going to be able to say, you just got to accept it. And I feel like we don't make them loud enough, especially kids, and we think because they're stupid they opinions don't matter because I felt it as a kid. I definitely felt it as a kid. Like if I ever had to say something, I felt small because an adult is so superior because they're so knowledgeable. And as an adult now, I realized I probably was smarter than the adult that was teaching me at that time. Not in a
So
sense where they knew the subject they were talking about. 100%. I ain't gonna teach the class. I'm talking about what is real from like what's real and what's not.
I have to say one thing. I have noticed over the years, you talking to both the girls, mostly it's the eldest one, of course. Many a times, just as children, they'll always ask why. I have never yet ever heard you tell them ever in these many years because I told you so, because I'm older than you. You have either given them a choice that A or B, or I've always seen you explain to them why, which is, at least when I was growing up, it was kind of, why do you do this? Well, just either because, it says our God said so, or because I'm older than you, just listen to me. You know what I mean? And that's an instant rebellious motion, you know what I mean? Whereas I haven't seen that. So what I'm talking about in terms of generation of parents, it seems like you are doing something different, and for some reason, after you explain to them what it is or give them an option, it gives them an opportunity to accept what is happening, excuse me, understand why it's being done, and then they take the next step, and most of the time, of course, it's the right step, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting to see that, which I don't think all of our parents necessarily did that in most cases. You know what I mean?
I won't say that everything you say is 100% accurate because just because you have never heard me say it doesn't make it true. Because
That's fair.
I have, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say I am the perfect one. There's been moments where I actually use the line where don't, in a sense where I use my dad card, my adult card, because there was no other option.
Yeah. Okay, but exactly my point. But sometimes it could be it's too much to explain for
But
them right now, and the action has to be
that is my extreme. That's where I have to put my foot
exactly.
down.
Right. And at that point you have to, like you said, you in the end of the day you're always a father. Once a father, always a father. Once parents, always parents. There is no, changing there. But yeah, of course you have to do that. There are children that need guidance in many cases, but it's a lot less compared to what I was growing up
Same,
in many
same. I
cases,
didn't have a
or
choice.
even most of my friends growing up,
I
right?
had no choice,
It's
bro.
the same
Remember,
thing.
you used to come ask my parents, my dad, for permission for my own birthday.
Yeah.
No,
And the
it's not
and
that.
the sad part was, instead of getting you out, I would sit there and talk to him for 4 hours. So you were like, he just made the situation worse.
Honestly speaking, bro, is what I am doing as a parent, and by no means will I ever say I'm a perfect parent. I'm a learning parent. I'm learning to be different as my kids grow. You have to grow with your kids. It's not the other way around. Everybody
Mm,
is different. All your kids are different. My two kids they're the same, but they're also different. And I'm learning, and I'm not perfect. My wife helps me. We go off each other. If I ever make a mistake with my kids, I never ever think or consider myself too big to ever not go apologize to them. I if I make a mistake, it sits with me and it makes me guilty, and I always tell, oh, it's the truth. They're pieces of me. How am I going to hold something against pieces of me? I am not going to do that.
mm.
I refuse to do that. I refuse to be mad at my wife. There's only been one time in our 8 years of marriage. One time. Is it 8 years? 9 years. This is going to be 9 years this in December. So, let's just say in our 9 years of marriage, only one time I didn't speak to her for 2 days.
Oh wow.
That was only one time. Every time we have gone to a fight, mere hours later.
Mm.
It's because I'm not gonna be mad with her. That's my wife. I don't really give a fuck. How am I gonna
Yeah,
not talk to the woman that gave me my kids and I
that's your other half.
I
Yeah.
live with? It's just not gonna happen. Um, and even when I was not talking to her, it doesn't mean I was not doing things for her.
No, of course not. I
Like
mean,
it's just it's I'm not gonna do
it's
that.
just a it's just the emotion that you're doing. It is an act, but at the same time, it's an emotion.
Same exact way I give my daughters the same respect I gave them. If I fuck up, if I do something wrong, if I hurt them, if I make them cry, if anything, I will apologize, I will hug them, and I will ask for their forgiveness. Because they're human, they're people.
That's true.
They should be treated as that. Just because they're little, just because they don't have the same emotions or understanding of emotion or understanding of life, doesn't mean what they're doing at this moment, how they're feeling, who they are, doesn't matter. That's
Yeah,
I feel like
that's very well said.
parents will change compared to how they used to be, to are, and will be. They'll be better, more attentive probably. Uh, Maybe get lost in the digital trend. Who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. Uh, but at least I try to be different. What I can do.
Yeah, we so far both the girls are just amazing. I've never seen them do anything out of place. When if anything, they're very curious. Um, and maybe you should talk about certain episodes when they catch you doing things, as in like when and they'll call you out on that. You know what
Nah,
I mean? And
so
you're like, oh man,
no, yeah, well, Anaya will call me out like left and right. She even thinks she's smarter than me, which is hilarious. Which is just so funny. But oh damn, I was just about to say something about. Oh yeah, so I curse as fucking much as I want to, but not like that to in front of my kids. And I try to be good. Have they heard me curse before? 100%. So my wife asked them, Daddy curses, and they said we know, but only when he plays Call of Duty. So, so I mean,
I think yeah, it's
control. It's
understand.
control.
It's understand. At least they know that this is
And they
something
don't say
bad
it.
and it's
They don't say
something.
it.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great.
They don't say it, and I make sure of it. I make sure I treat them both. I treat them both like my right and left hand. Just
Yeah.
because one came out the other, like later on the other, doesn't mean they're any different. I have my number one. I have my number two, and I basically just have my right and left arm, and I treat them as such. If one thing gets something, the other one gets two. If they both get annoying, I put them both in timeout. I don't give a fuck. And so, so but man, have you this is completely off topic. I know we had a
That's fine.
very like serious episode today, and I
Yeah,
want to
it was a
end.
heavy one.
It was, yeah, and I want to end it on at least a light note.
Sure.
I know we have a bunch of topics. I'm recovering from COVID. Yes, I have COVID. Uh, that basically made my daughter's birthday cancel. But honestly speaking, there's like over 1 million people that died from COVID. I'm lucky to be here. So
It's very looking at the bright side. I'm not saying good or bad. Looking at the bright side, it's better that this was detected much earlier
mhm.
versus actually having the party and having that now at least for a fact that you can have a
We
better
didn't have a
time.
super
So
spreader.
sorry.
Yeah, we didn't have a
Yeah.
super spreader. This is
Good.
not the bright. No, this is not the
Yeah.
bright
Go
one we're
ahead.
talking about. Um, Stranger Things. Do you watch Stranger Things?
The second one, what did they say? July or something? When is it?
Have you seen season 4,
Yeah,
the new one that just came out?
finished it. No, season 4. Yeah,
The one
that's
just
the one.
the one that just came out on Friday.
It came out on Friday.
Yes.
I've been watching Stranger Things, so
No, the one that just came out. That's I need to know before I talk about it.
wait. The Health season 4, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I saw it.
with Eddie Merson, Eddie Munson,
Who are these people?
with Vecna.
Yes, with Vecna.
Oh my God, how amazing was this season?
It was. They definitely lifted the bar up. Um, okay, first of all, I have a lot of questions.
Let's go. Let's go. All
Um,
hail Vecna. 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 That's such a dope name, bro. Such a dope name. Mr. Spoiler alert, Voldemort.
oh, I didn't know that.
Come on, Harry Potter, bro. That's straight out of Harry Potter.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Um, so the first understanding situation, there are two worlds. There's our world, and then there's a
Upside down.
parallel world.
Upside down.
What?
Upside down.
That's all they want to keep it as, upside
It's
down.
called the Upside
They're
Down.
not okay. The upside down. Now, does it convert anything into a metaphor in terms of like hell and heaven slash demons and angels
You
slash
can take it as that. You can
your
also,
your dark desires versus
you
the
can you can take it. You could take it as positive and negative. You could take it as heaven and hell. You could take it as polar opposite. You could take it as whatever way you want. Okay,
Hmm.
but in season 4, there were a lot of questions raised. How old is Upside Down? It could be millions of years old. And also, they were stuck. Upside Down, they were stuck in 3 years ago. Remember, Nancy saw the diary, and then. By the way, this is all spoiler. If you haven't seen Stranger Things 4, screw you. It was an amazing season, and the fact that she
It
watched it,
was it
yo,
was
it was the
I
best
was
season.
glued.
Best
I was
season.
glued.
The best season it has had. And like, I've had Dark as the best Netflix show until Stranger Things season 4. So you know how Nancy opened the book and it was stuck 3 years ago, the diary.
Yeah.
So now you see how like we're trying to connect it, and then when you have Vecna, who's Henry slash Peter slash one, spoiler, he was sent in. He opened his first portal in 1959. Okay, 1959 is when he started harnessing the power from Upside Down. Okay,
Okay.
that's when he killed his mom and sister, and he went to a coma.
Oh, okay. See, that's that part. Thank you for telling me, actually, because that part, I was watching with my wife, of course. I mean, she was sleeping, so I had to mute that part. I had subtitles on, so I kind of rushed through that part. That 001,
He's one.
and is that the same boy that kills his family and gets the dad into the thing?
Yeah.
That's the same boy?
Yes, he is the original one. They used all his blood, his DNA to create the other ones. 11 is a creation of him. He's the original one.
Oh, so
So what happened is he
but
basically
he doesn't look like he doesn't look like he was born in the 50s or something.
it was 1950. Okay, so in
Oh,
1954.
they're in the 80s. I forget. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
yeah.
keep thinking it's now.
Okay, so when we saw Peter, that was like the 70s. Okay, 1970. Okay, so it makes sense. He's like in his 30s at that time. He's at his
Yeah.
10. So in 1959, when they moved into the house, there was already something wrong with that house in a sense. And and he said, like, people ran away from Black Widows. I didn't. He started like, experimenting, like dark arts, dark
Mm-hmm.
magic. He basically had this psychic ability because he's already different. Um, and he harnessed that power, killed his mom, killed his sister, and he almost killed the dad. But the brilliant part is you need is psychic to control the mind. Music.
Mm.
Music breaks it. So when he heard his favorite song, he broke out a spell, sent his son into coma from using all that energy, made Dr. Brenner find him, experiment on him, make clones of him, and then 11 and 1 fought. And he basically was thrown into the Upside Down, and he became a 5-star general.
Oh, so that's him.
He's Vecna.
Oh, I didn't even catch on to that part. I didn't. What do you want me to say?
He's Vecna, bro.
Oh man, because then, see, that's what one of my favorite main question was the first one. They opened the upside down, and there is that weird looking thing, and then they have these animals that look like the Venus flytrap
You
guys.
mean Demogorgons?
So what are those? They're just dogs of their world?
Okay, let's look at it this way. Okay, when I say Vecna is the 5-star general, Demon Slayers are considered the pawns. I mean,
Ah,
Demogorgons considered the pawns. The spider mind frayer whatever came in season 3. You consider that the warrior class? I guess.
oh, okay, okay, okay. So who is the main guy then? Oh, we don't know that yet. So General
Season
also
five.
Vecna has to report to someone, right?
He's the 5-star general.
Oh, so when is the season 5 coming out?
They already started shooting it right now, and but season 4 part 2 is coming out July 1st.
Oh, okay, I see that. That's why I was like, isn't something coming out on July 1st? Another thing, they had a convention here, Stranger Things convention. Before that happened, they do a whole VR and AR over
Yeah, yeah,
here,
they did that in New
like a
York too.
theater thing.
Yeah, they did in New York too.
I tried to get tickets, but it was gone in the first
Bro,
like 30 seconds.
let me just first of all apologize to Stranger Things and the Duffer Brothers, because I honestly thought they did great in season 3, and I felt like they would after taking such a long break, they would miss. Like it was too hyped up, bro. It was not hyped up enough.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
the characters make sense, their ages make sense.
Yes.
They like first of all, Dustin is the number one. Dustin's number one. Steve is number two. Hopper's number three. Murray's number four. Robin's number five, and Nancy's number six now.
Man, I love Dustin. I don't know. I when he started, it looked
He's
like
number one.
they show him they show him like the goofy guy. They show him like the the push around type of kid. You know what I mean? But that guy runs the whole thing. He just
He's the
runs
core.
it.
He's the core. He's the heart.
And I love the fact that in the I don't know the first second season, excuse me, when he finds one of them, he actually carries it around. You know, in his thing, he carries it around, and I love that. Oh, you know what I also loved? I love Winona
The writer,
Ryder.
yeah, she's
We
great.
saw the Crucible. We saw the Crucible. At that time, she had a different kind of role, so of course I liked her for a different reason. You know, we all were younger or whatever, and she, in the Crucible is like, okay, good. And then there was some kind of hatred towards her too, because her character in Crucible was just like that you wanted to hate her anyways. Moving from that, you made me watch another movie called Mr. Deeds. And in that also, I didn't just like her very much to begin with. I was like, man, she just uses, guys. Even in Crucible, she did the same thing. She's doing the same thing over here. Of course, I know that this is character and it's a real person. They're not the same. But still, I'm still in like, high school age. So
Yeah,
I'm just like, I don't like that. Now when I look at her with this acting and I'm like, man, this lady is amazing. And her and the cop, I forgot the
Hopper,
Hopper. Man, showing up in Russia, I was just
bro.
like, this
Murray,
is.
bro. Murray's karate. Yo,
I thought it was quite impressive, the
let me
whole thing.
first of all, the Kate Bush song "Running Up the Hill," the season 4, episode 4, the Max part when she's running away from Vecna, beautiful. What Stranger Thing does so well is horror, fantasy, fiction, action. Yo, that freaking scene when the
Which
freak
gun scene?
when they busted into Will and Jonathan's house, the cops came in, and then one cop was fighting everybody else, and then no, but yo, the gun scene was insane, bro.
Yeah,
Insane, bro.
yeah.
Like the action, insane. Like Jonathan,
The,
Will, and Mike are the worst characters in the whole show.
Jonathan is who?
The one who's with Nancy, the one,
Oh, the brother, the older brother.
the one who's stoned with the stoner.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jonathan, Will, and Mike are the worst characters in the whole show.
So why was Nancy supposed to go back to California to meet him or surprise him, or he was supposed to go, or they both, Nancy or the guy, was never supposed to leave their places to begin with?
I think they both wanted one of them to come to each other, and they both are making excuses.
Oh, but now she's with that dude. By the way,
She's
she's with that now. She's hanging
she
out with that guy, right?
Steve. Steve is so much. Steve's amazing. He's top two.
I didn't like him at first, but
No,
he's
yo,
just his
bro.
character has just completely turned. I'm like
He's
him and
always been good.
Dustin. Yeah, I know. Also another thing. What you call it? I was looking at this thing. Which character you are in Stranger Things?
Mm.
I'm Nancy.
Okay.
and my wife is the guy, the whatever his name is. You were talking Steve
Jonathan?
or what? The guy,
Steve.
the yeah,
Steve's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Makes sense. No, no, no.
Yeah.
But no.
Why do I gotta be Nancy?
Nancy's fine, bro. Nancy flew up the rankings. Yo, she was like last.
Yeah,
Season 1, she was last. Now, season 4, she's 6, bro. When they freaking went after Steve, Robin, Eddie, and Nancy, bro, and they started fighting freaking the bats. Holy shit. Yo, they legit aren't scared. Like
yeah,
you could see they no longer have fear. They no longer are afraid to risk it all because they already almost got killed so many times. Like Robin's like they already dealt with this like 3 times. I did it once, whatever. It's like they're so numb to it, and there's like they know how to handle it. The kids are so mature, and wow, man, yo, that's that scene when Max is running away from Vecna, and then yo, had me on the edge of my seat. And then at the end, everything tied together with 11 and 1. I mean, I knew he was 1. I knew he was 1. Like,
yeah. I knew that, but I did not know he was
I know.
Vecna.
No, no, no. Honestly speaking, I was kind of hoping. I was kind of
Yeah,
hoping that was the case because it would make sense. But I knew he was 1, and I was like, I want 1 to be more mysterious. So him being
sure.
Vecna was awesome, but him being I knew there was something wrong with the kid too. Like I was like,
Yeah,
there's something wrong with that kid. I thought the kid and Vecna would be like something like that, but then all 3 is like the same thing. I was like, wow,
yeah.
wow, like, bro, storytelling for Stranger Things, phenomenal. Like this just exceeded expectation. This just exceeded all like everything I wanted to know, and now so many more questions. Now, since Vecna is the 5-star general, and we still have 2 more episodes left, bro. The episode 8 is hour and 30 minutes. Episode 9 is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Ah, I can't wait. I
Bro,
can't wait to watch that.
I hope season 5 each episode is 2 hours.
You know, you've seen Enola Holmes, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you know she produced it, right?
Who's she?
Uh,
Millie Bob,
11.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay.
I think she comes from a producer family. But no, what I meant to say is, as in terms of achievement as a younger, being,
She's not a
good.
great actress. No, she's not a great actress.
Um,
She can only do 11. Like,
I think I've seen too less of her in other areas than that. A B, छोटी है वो अभी उसको time लगेगा उसको. Like they're doing the best. But yeah, I guess I don't know.
I cannot see her past
I cannot say
11.
that.
But there's only one person that had changed my mind, almost, which is Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe started to me as Harry Potter, but he has changed and become a good actor. He's actually a very good actor. He does good things. He's still forever going to be Harry Potter, but Millie
Yeah.
Bobby Brown hasn't done anything remarkable enough to be considered more than 11.
Yeah. I can agree with that. That's what I said. I haven't seen anything else of hers to compare it with. Enola does not necessarily count, but
It
I
was
thought it was a
okay.
sweet movie. It was a
Yeah,
sweet movie.
it was
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't mean to say it in terms of like, oh, I mean, compared to Sherlock Holmes. I think as a
It was like a
mini,
PG version of
bite size,
Sherlock.
yeah, the bite size Sherlock Holmes type of
And
situation
Henry
was pretty
Cavill
good.
was not really a good Sherlock Holmes. He's too
I don't know
pretty.
who that is.
Superman.
No, I like the
Benedict
Benedict
Cumberbatch. Yeah,
guy.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Just out of the
That is
park,
one of
man.
my favorite shows of all time. Sherlock. Like,
Um, you're not gonna like this, but I have started that show multiple times, and I don't think I've got past the seventh episode because I refuse to watch that show with distraction around. I
that's
cannot
fine.
pay
That's
attention.
fine. That's fair.
I can't be distracted by my own phone and stuff like
That's
that.
fair.
And
That's
I
fair.
feel so annoyed when I'm doing something else and I have to watch it. It's I just can't appreciate. I like to drop everything off and watch that show because it is that impressive.
That
It
is
is
fair.
that impressive.
No, no, absolutely fair. I completely understand and I agree with you. And I've seen that show maybe 3 times.
Oh wow, lucky you. Nice. Yeah, I think that should go on my
See,
list. I should finish
I'll
that.
tell you something. I'll tell you something, and I'll show it to you right now. I have this remote. It's my TV remote. Okay, it's a Roku remote. Over here, it has a ear plug-in for a headphone. I plug that in. I put my headphones on. I put the TV on. Ain't nobody telling me what the hell to do. I'm just listening to that shit.
Nah. Nvidia. But hey, I have Bluetooth on there. I get Bluetooth
Oh
wirelessly.
yeah, you can do that too. But yeah, no, that's how I do it nowadays. Like nowadays, I'm just like, kids, leave me alone. I got my remote.
That's funny.
But no, I'm so
Good.
glad. I'm so glad you watched Stranger Things 4, bro. I can finally talk to you about
Yeah.
something like
Oh, I have not completed the last couple of episodes of Better Call Saul.
I still haven't seen this season. I'm letting it is it done?
I don't know, but I
I
have
think I should start
to.
this. I think I need to start it today.
It's not on Netflix yet,
I
though.
know. I know.
I found it from someone. Someone was sharing it with me, so I was watching it through their server.
Did you get a
Um,
chance to see everything everywhere?
no,
Okay.
I don't want to watch it at home. I would rather watch it in the theater. When I'm
It's
pretty
gonna
sure
be
by now it's at
done.
the Dollar Theater.
I
It should be
I
the Dollar Theater somewhere.
I don't know. It was making. Let's try it. What the hell's a dollar theater?
You're the one who told me about it, bro.
This is a dollar theater.
Do you remember then we
Oh
used
yeah,
to go in the
yeah, yeah,
afternoons
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know
Matinee,
I didn't know how to
matinee,
find them. You just knew. You just knew them.
matinee.
One time it was me, you what was that? Amboy Cinemas. We have some crazy stories from that.
Bro, I got jumped
From
there.
that. You got jumped there.
Yeah.
Why?
The whole Shabazz and Miriam situation.
Oh, I completely forgot about this.
Good memories there.
That's oh man. This is not the Sean one, right? That was Kennedy Park.
That was Kennedy Park. I didn't get jumped there. I was a one-on-one fight with Sean.
Yeah, I get that, but what I meant to say is the altercation is what I'm trying. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that was different.
Wow, I, where was I? How come I didn't know about this? Like, I have some hints about it, but I don't remember much in detail. Is it because you didn't used to talk to us?
No, that's not at that time. Uh, who knows? Maybe, probably.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I didn't mean to bring up those topics. I meant to
Oh
bring
yeah,
up times
whatever. It
where,
doesn't matter. We're ending the
yeah,
stream anyways. But with that,
yeah,
on that note, we'll talk about my Amboy trip and everything later.
yeah, yeah.
I ran no, I ran the Matrix. I watched all the Matrixes there. That was a good time. Matrix were dope movies. That theater was shit. Piece of dustbin, garbage. Like piece of shit theater. It's closed down.
But still, going to that, we had to go to Mock, get a shape up done,
Oh
all the way
yeah.
down.
Oh
Then once
Muck.
you have that, let's go further down to the jeans store, buy two
Have you
jeans for $25 or whatever.
have you talked about Mukhtar yet?
No, we have not talked about it.
We gotta talk about Mukhtar. This is news. Listen, this
Yeah.
is open news. This is you could basically find this anywhere online. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. That's
I have
fine. Yeah.
nothing but like as far as I know, I have no disrespect towards him.
No.
That dude was honestly great. He was a great kid, and he gave the craziest haircuts, craziest 4 hour haircuts.
You know
Like,
he did not. You know
bro,
he
I
did
fell
not charge
asleep.
me for
I
my
fell
haircuts.
asleep one time on the chair.
No way. That's messed up.
Bro, cause
Really?
he used to fucking okay. This is the last thing before we go. He used to fucking if he gets a phone call, he gets a phone call. His sister takes a phone call. Or on the other hand, he eating is a fucking burger or a
Oh yeah.
sandwich. Or he
Yeah.
sometimes just fucking his boys come and he fucking leaves because he had a thing for paintings or some shit like that. Good kid, very good kid.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Artistic.
Very
Mad
artistic.
artistic.
Dope at ball. He is like the perfect
Breakdance.
jock kid. Whatever breakdance. Yeah, handsome kid. And
Yeah.
and he used to sometimes forget and just go away. So you're just chilling on the chair. There's no TV or anything like that. What the fuck are you
You're
doing?
in his basement.
You just fall asleep on the chair. Like, what the hell? And then he just come back and finish your haircut. Like,
We have stories.
yeah.
We have a lot of stories. There's stories in his basement. There's stories at his salon shop. There's stories that I have from California. So yeah, there's a lot of stories.
On that note, thank you for joining. We
Thank you
intro
very
the
much.
new Brown Order. I am Suhail.
I'm Shri.
Peace.